I feel like I should say, what do they all say on TikTok? Welcome to a day in my new mom life. I'm gonna wake you up. I know you're trying to sleep. So it is currently noon. One thing I will say about having a newborn is that time it's irrelevant. So it's really interesting because we're on a schedule, but it's at a different time every day, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like she'll go down for her naps and we have our little routine with like when she wakes up, we do diaper change and then some snuggles and we do, you know, feeding, and then depending on if she passes out in the middle of the feeding, I'll just, you know, put her back down to sleep so she can continue her nap. But sometimes she's wide awake and wants to party. But we pretty much have that piece of her routine down. Now the time at which this happens is completely sporadic. Fortunately, she's a really good sleeper. She's a really good eater. She's not terribly fussy, only when something's wrong or she has a need that's not being taken care of. It has been so wonderful to have coffee again. Are you waking up or are you just making noises? She's just making noises. So in this vlog, I want to kind of go through, it might be very piecemeal, it might be a little bit chaotic with the footage, and I may have to get some of the footage on different days just depending on how the day is going. But I wanted to at least film some of these moments with her when she is this young because time is going by so fast. Yeah, and I know that she's not going to be this little forever. So also just for me, I want to document what life is like right now so I can reflect and look back on it. She's just so cute. She's tired. So that's the plan for this vlog, and we'll just kind of see where it goes. This is the Body Armor Super Drink in Strawberry Banana. As you can see, it says superior hydration, and that is true. And then these are the Munchkin Milk Makers Lactation Cookie Bites. They're so good. And I'm also going to go ahead and take my supplement. So this is Pump Princess by Legendary Milk. So I normally take 2 of these. It says to take 2 capsules 3 times daily. I find that a bit excessive, so I usually just do it once, and then maybe I'll take the sunflower one or like 2 of the cash cow ones later on in the evening. But again, that just seems excessive. I don't feel like I need to be taking it that often. Are we still asleep? It's time to wake up and I eat. Oh, that's a good stretch. Wow. Oh, yes. Are you hungry? Ivy, time to wake up and eat some food. Mama milk is waiting for you. Yes. Mama milk is waiting for you. Oh. Okay, that was a big one. Okay. Oh, the diaper contained it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we're gonna do a diaper change first. You smile again? Yeah. You want to change your diaper? It smells so bad. Someone made a stinky. Someone made stinky. Okay. So there's something I want to say because there's this advice that even people have commented on my videos and on Instagram on my photos saying like sleep when the baby sleeps. If you have never exclusively pumped before, I would just say let's leave that comment behind, because first of all, newborns sleep like 17-18 hours a day. I don't need that much sleep, right? I need like less than half of that. So sleeping when she sleeps is not the best advice for every new mom out there, because when I'm wearing my pumps, I cannot be holding her. It's very difficult to hold her, to baby wear her. So when she's sleeping and when I can actually put her down is the only time I can pump to get her breast milk. And I cannot fall asleep with my pumps on, although I have drifted off before. Luckily they have an auto turn off feature. Otherwise that would be really bad. But when she's sleeping is when I need to pump to get her breast milk, and then after that I have to clean the pump parts, and so wash them, sterilize them, sanitize them, dry them, right? Which I have a baby Brezza. It's amazing. It was a baby registry gift, and thank goodness for that. So that process right there, because I'm usually pumping as an exclusive pumper for 45 minutes to an hour per session, and she goes down usually for 2 hours, sometimes 2.5, sometimes even 3, right? And sometimes it's only like 45 minutes to an hour. So I really don't know how much time I'm going to have. I can usually kind of guess, but it's difficult. But at least 1 hour, if not more, like an hour and 15 minutes, if you include the washing of all of that, is dedicated to getting her breast milk. So I cannot be sleeping during that time, otherwise I would be engorged. I would end up with clogged ducts. So that's just something I want to say, because I see that comment a lot. I see that advice a lot, to sleep when the baby sleeps, and it's just not the best advice. And it actually has started to get under my skin, because it is not realistic if you are an exclusively pumping mom, and also if you have other kids. So again, I would just like to leave that advice behind. And for those people who keep saying it, maybe just consider the fact that it may have worked for you, but it's not going to work for everybody. Or if you're just saying it because of something you've heard, or you've never had kids before, you've never had a newborn, maybe just don't give advice. So that's my soapbox on, that's me on my soapbox for the day. So I did want to give an update on Camp Nano, because I completed my goal. So I did delete my Camp Nano goal on the website, because it used to be on NaNoWriMo.org. You were able, it was different for Camp Nano. Like, you were able to put in if you were going to be editing, like if your goal was to edit instead of write. And so I didn't want my total word count ever for my whole lifetime of doing NaNoWriMo. I didn't want that to be skewed by the amount of words I was editing per chapter, because that's originally how I was going to track it. So I just tracked it using pen and paper. I just went old school and deleted that goal off of the NaNoWriMo website. But I finished the first self-edit, the first round of edits. And so I've actually been getting into a routine again when she's sleeping, or it's mostly in the evenings when my husband is home after work, and he'll kind of take her and you know, spend time with her and all of that, that I will pull my laptop out and actually get to writing. And that has really been keeping me fulfilled and still feeling like myself, and not, you know, because this is a huge adjustment. And something I told myself is that I need to make sure I'm still doing the things that really light me up and that fill my cup, essentially, right? And that is definitely writing. So it felt really good to get those edits done in July, and then I was able to go through my outline as well and fully update it. And so I have it highlighted in yellow what areas I need to rework, or what I need to add in, what chapters I need to write, any just additional information. So that's what I've been doing, and I've honestly written more since she's been born than I think I was writing just overall as the months went by. It's so interesting when you have a newborn, because your perception regarding time, or just your perception of time, it changes so much, because you realize you have things that you want to do, but there's, you know, there's another priority, right? But you still want to make, like for me, I still want to make writing a priority. And so I fit it in, even if I'm tired. I would rather be slightly sleep deprived and still feel fulfilled and still feel like myself and doing the things that fill my cup, rather than being 100% well rested and feeling not fulfilled and like I'm kind of living the same day over and over, and not doing not doing something that, again, that lights me up.
Monkey toes.